NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Buffalo Bills. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Escape. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, Maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
All right, can you guys hear me? I'm guessing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10.
I'm guessing I can't be heard, but I don't know because I'm only seeing desktop audio on my
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, so let's see. Gotta ask.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave
About
up a
to be
touchdown.
troubleshooting this shit
How
myself.
about how they're
Right?
responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
All right, cool. What we got here? Y'all just want me to run it. I'll just run it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the option right, Jackson. And he'll lose yardage.
Oh, that made me mad.
41.
Okay.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So 1st First and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
Okay.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game.
Here we
The
go.
offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for the running back to roam.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll dump this off
Smart
complete
man.
to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Now an option play on second down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Jackson. Caught on the slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Bro, get the ball back faster.
He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's third and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an
Not
easy
that I
touchdown.
can't score quickly.
Each team has scored 7-7.
That thing just moved way too slow for me,
Right
honestly.
there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
There's no point in scoring fast if he's gonna just let me run. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
On play action, Allen. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left
There we go.
side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Allen.
Here we go.
Complete to Sanders.
There we go. That's what we want to
4 yards
see.
the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to get
Let's
a little
go.
credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little
Right.
shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing is Allen on third.
Oh, there we go, Harrison.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone
what we got
he
here?
sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
I expected him to run. Like, just run the fly route. You're faster than him. I hate option routes, man. I hate option routes. Because he just didn't go where I was expecting him to take it to the end zone. Not across the field. But it's all good.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? Or does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
Walking out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Allen to Beasley, first down, Buffalo.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And
3 yards.
Out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. 7 yards there and a first down. Allen going to give to Singletary on the option.
There we go.
And he'll be taken down at the 20
That's
after
cool.
a gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what he's going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground.
I think it will. Just as more and more stuff rolls out.
The kick by pass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So the turnover leads to points.
I think it might make it back to 3.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive.
Somewhere between like 3 and 5.
3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they will not
not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
All right, cool. Let's see what we got here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown.
All right, let's go.
For the first half, 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Oh man,
Back to their game plans, making their final
what's going on, Jeff?
adjustments. And for the call of the
What
second
we
half,
got here?
we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
All right, so
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
I'm trying to get that joint. Oh, okay.
Set at the line for this next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. This time Jackson will throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
What's going on, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hit that like, share, subscribe. I like that press coverage.
Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Yep.
Jackson will throw again. This is caught.
There we go.
Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 32 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
All right. And, thanks, Jeff. Jeff, I appreciate it. Got tongue twisted. Oh my gosh.
Touchdown, Bills. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your
Yeah,
fastest
one play
guy and say,
touchdown.
go long, go get it, big man.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Oh,
And a nice return.
I could have just made it outside.
At the 30-yard line.
Let's see what we got here.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they are not able to solve their opponents. So they kind of keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
25 yards that time. Throwing is Jackson.
Oh,
And the coverage
made it just in time.
That's knocked down and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Oh yeah, stand up.
Hand off to Dobbins on the option.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
There we go.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
Man, Dobbins probably be like a damn near an 85 right now if he was healthy, but it is what it is.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
All right.
Come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the
there we go.
they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Let's get this formation right.
I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right.
There we go.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now that I got the right guy out there, I don't really have to worry.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end box. And he takes it all the way down to the 28.
That's why you can't be letting dudes out the pocket.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's got his man here.
Can we make a tackle?
And he'll be out of bounds
Damn.
about a half to a full yard.
If not for the Not for the damn out of bounds marker. That's 6. Y'all gotta tackle. Tackle at minimum.
Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Guess I couldn't hold him down forever. Points coming in bunches.
They run here with Singletary. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
All right.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching
It's
the
all
NFL
good.
on EA Sports.
We'll be all good, Jeff. Do me a favor and like and share this out. Hit the notification bell if you want to know whenever I'm streaming.
Allen now on the snap.
There we go.
He is not going to get in as the big body
3rd and goal. Let's go. 2 more stops.
Gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
There we go. Let's go. Let's go.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right
Gun
here.
base, empty flex. You already know what we gotta do here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Allen, gotta have
Come on.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown Buffalo.
All right.
A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do
That's all
so
good.
and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Bass, up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Man, 3 to 5.
Should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard
Touchdown to
line.
win.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let's go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
There we go.
Corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll let the quarterback keep
Oh
it
my
here.
gosh.
1st and 10.
And not much
Almost.
running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards the gain on the
Almost.
keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Three points separating these two
Let's see what
sides
we got
with
here.
2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's see.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll run with
Oh,
Dobbins.
come on.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Jackson going to run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Man.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And
All right.
a little more than
He has
a
no
minute to go,
timeouts.
we are all tied.
So,
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his
play
first
some good
real
ball.
opportunity in the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
oh.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd.
Let's
and
go,
just a couple
guys.
of
Let's go.
inches
Let's
now
make a
from the
play right
29.
here. Let's make a play. Let's make a play. Let's make a play. Let's make a play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Allen on the move to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands
Let's
his coverage,
go.
realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
All right. And, yeah, let's go.
A field goal from this spot likely out of of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He'll just get rid of it. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's fourth down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
There we go. That's money.
Big time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
It's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but...
Oh, I pushed it too far.
And this won't get
Oh, well.
online.
Overtime.
It's no good. Off to the right. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still,
that's not what I wanted, but computer called the play for me. Gotta live with it. Get my play fast enough. Just getting this together.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. First throw of overtime for Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 7 yards to pick up there.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Oh my gosh.
His throw is complete. Fighting through and he's got space. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25.
All right, just gotta keep him out the end zone.
Catch and run. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league because he just gave you a good start?
Here we go.
He did, and I appreciate it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but
come on, let's
the
go.
time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, lost in overtime because somebody can't get to the quarterback fast enough, even though I sent him. Like, he's running left.
Hurts the guys at concession stands on the way
Killing
out,
me.
right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to
Killing
finish
me.
this
All you
thing
gotta do
off. I mean, this game was dramatic
is your
all the way
job.
through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here
Drives me
and won
crazy.
this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that
He had
was
like
coming.
what, 3-4 receivers in the same area. Yeah, more than I could cover. So good play on his part. All right. All right, let me see something. Is my audio still coming through when I do that? Let's see. Yes, no, maybe. All right, so now do I have audio? Nope, no audio. Okay. I'll have to get that fixed. Alright. Let's go. The famous glitch. 2 months and this still ain't fixed. What's up, Jonas? Thanks for coming through. Hope this thing get patched like tonight, tomorrow, by next time I play. Not much, just a little bit of Madden, trying to hold out till the kids go to sleep, and then I'll probably switch to Tales of Arise.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams.
What's your NFL team?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, what are your guys' NFL teams? I don't think I've ever asked that. Alright. They looking pretty good right now. How you feel about Trey Lance taking over? Well, maybe taking over, I should say.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got the first down and more past midfield.
Oh, well.
Touchdown, LA! Well, this This is really where Cooper Kupp separates himself from some of the other receivers. His ability to make plays happen.
How you feeling about Trey Lance taking over?
Serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stay close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
Matt Gay on
You know,
extra point.
I think y'all actually look pretty good when he takes over
Rams take a 7-0 lead.
because the game plan will be different. Like he came in
Following the touchdown, here's
last Sunday, and he's running Jimmy G's game plan. They're going to find a good, 20 to 30 pass plays that he's comfortable with, and that's what they're going to run. So, I mean, if they do that, I think they'll be fine.
The Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Yeah, and he's going to get first-team reps in practice, which would be a big help. And when they do those stretch boots, it's gonna work. It's gonna work magic with him, because he'll be able to cook up an easy 15 yards if the pass isn't there. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that y'all might get Stephon Gilmore, but Carolina pounced before the Pats could make the transaction official on cutting them. He said he wanted to go to Green Bay anyway, but come on, man, let's go.
When you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, your CB situation is bad, but at the same time, you guys are kind of fortunate to have a defensive line that is that capable. Because that's a really good D line you guys got. Ooh. Yeah, Tavon, let's go.
Defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Let's go.
So now Stafford and the Rams.
Yeah. Once Bosa gets rolling, man, it's a whole different story, man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh my gosh. That was smart.
Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says
He got me.
judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I saw the man slanting over.
On 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
That's why I gotta play man-to-man. When I play man-to-man, I can just be one person. Yeah, the Ravens injuries, they are tough, but at the same time, it's not. Yeah, Ravens are my team. The Ravens injuries are kind of fortunate in that they really only have 3 season-ending injuries. Everyone will be coming back at one point or another, so it kind of makes it a little bit like glass half full. Okay. Oh, there we go. Knocked it out. Whew. That's happens when you got that speed. Alright. We're gonna do it how would Wink do it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Stafford.
There we go. How would Wink do it? Let's go.
And that
He ran a screen too.
This offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
So right now, for the Ravens, I just need
This will be taken at the 13.
I just need homeboy to get healthy. Ronnie Stanley, Tyree Phillips, get the offensive line right. You know, Rashad Bateman will be a welcome addition whenever he comes around. But yeah.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board or in your
All right, there we go.
play drives, exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of
man.
having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Jackson on first down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I don't know why he thinks he can blitz me.
Dobbins, 51 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score.
We gotta keep getting Tyson the rock. We keep trying to get these old guys.
Kick it away following the touchdown.
You know,
This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone.
I don't know if you watched him much this year, but he's cleaned up a lot of the issues in his throwing motion. Really, it was his grip more than anything else, and not using his legs in his throws. But he has cleaned a lot of that up. There we go.
If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Oh my gosh.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
All right.
He will go out right near the 35.
Now let's get the right guys out here.
4 yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Oof.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Yeah, we suck.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams.
Tyler Higbee's killing me. It's a tie game.
Higbee, 35 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
What is he? I think he's 12th in passing and 9th in rushing. So I mean, he's definitely he's on pace for an all-time season this year.
These two teams all tied after one. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
I think he's on pace for about 5,700 yards total. So we'll see. See if he can keep it up. I didn't even get to run the play I wanted to run because he keeps blitzing me.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So
he wants a linebacker or a safety on Hollywood.
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught?
Oh yeah, that's Ramsey. So
these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Still blitzing me.
Especially as of late. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Bad throw on my part.
It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
All
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times.
What we got here?
That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that.
You gotta get a pass rush, man. Can't take away everything.
Return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right, come on, come on. He's running it. Boom, let's get him. 3-yard loss. I like that.
Back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nah, the AFC North definitely doesn't run through Cleveland. I mean, not to disrespect them, they just aren't.
They'll fake the give. Now
They just aren't that. Come on. Come on, Queen. Like, their defense is legit. I think their offense does some really good things, but I mean, they got to show they can beat the Ravens, and they struggle. They struggle stopping Lamar passing. Forget the running. Like, they've struggled stopping him passing the past couple years. So, oh, come on, get that out. There we go.
It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
There we go. Yes.
And my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
All right, no more bad throws. Let's go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And all the way in for the Ravens.
He wants to keep sending that blitz. What's up, Alex?
These guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because
Like, if we look at the Cleveland games, even last year, the game that went down to the wire, the Ravens are up, I think, 2v2. I mean, if I had some people to run 2v2 with, I would try it. But I mainly just do head-to-head for, you know, that's typically how I play.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turn it over.
Oh, come on. Here we go.
it's amazing what one decision can do.
Somebody go get him. Somebody go get him. There we go, Ole.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Man.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
I don't know. I like football, and I just play because I don't really get stressed out too much. I get stressed out when the controller don't work right.
Just 1 for 3 thus far.
If the controller isn't working right, yeah, I get frustrated. Like if I press a button, dude's wide open, I don't like that at all.
He's gonna let this go deep for Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
Touchdown.
All right. What is it, 21-21 now? Or no?
75 yards.
I be trying to swat the ball.
Extra point
Try to swat the ball.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Ooh.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and
no biggie. It's real simple. Just
The Baltimore offense
stop
at the
blitzing
line
me.
set to get going. The Charles Way touchdowns have come so fast and furious from both sides in this thing. It's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description.
Oh my gosh.
Box watching this type of a game, but let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth,
They doing me dirty with that one.
get a stop.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Let's see. That is crazy, man.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
It got his man complete, pushing his way through. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 87 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be a return.
Need to play some defense, man. Need to play some defense. What we got here? Like Stafford can run, so.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have been treated to great offense on both sides. The defense is on the other end of the spectrum. They're just searching for answers right now, aren't they?
And for most defenses, it's a very uncomfortable,
Oh my gosh, man.
unfamiliar spot, because points are going to be scored. But the way we're seeing them today,
Tried to get the
it's
ball.
almost like there's no resistance. They've got to figure out how to slow these offenses down. Maybe someone on either side can make a big play and start to wreck and disrupt the timing that we're seeing.
As we get closer to halftime here.
Okay.
And this is caught.
Bruh, I depend, like, yo, you are a legit corner, bruh. I depend on you guys to win your one-on-ones.
And as that ball was hanging in
Allows
the
me
air
to be
with the
aggressive.
receivers streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium,
Not
you
today.
just sense the crowd thinking, oh no. And the worst
Yeah,
thing
rip.
to realize is that one turned into a long touchdown.
Gotta play some defense.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
All right, let's see. What we got here?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the
Let's go.
Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
And both defenses back on their heels.
Oh, block.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
Oh.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Man, they eating me up. Alright. And someone's coming to mess with me.
As they get the stop, but you're just under 50 seconds remaining in half of the something from deep in the bag of tricks.
Okay, I'll be up in a second. There you go.
And my TV don't work. My TV can't work.
Jackson.
I
Looking for Andrews downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Ravens.
There we go.
Mark Andrews, 60 yards. And the Ravens have broken the
Right, no more big plays.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. So it's not fun
Let's
for the
go.
defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Beating
Mommy,
scores
Mommy
together.
said I like the toucher buttons, but I don't like the toucher buttons. I told her I don't, but she didn't listen.
Okay. I'll be up in a little bit, and I'll get your TV shows and stuff on for bedtime.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Okay. Go eat something.
Drive the Rams offense at the line. And trailing, there is still enough time
I don't want to cut up. I just want you to blow it.
Okay.
I don't want, Daddy, don't want to match me.
Boy,
First
okay.
down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, hey, partner, in week 3 of the NFL, special teams was a big storyline. How about Justin Tucker? NFL record 66-yarders, time expired. The Ravens beat the Lions. And then the Lions' former kicker, Matt Prater, now with the
Go
Cardinals.
upstairs,
He
man.
tried a 68-yarder.
Okay, I got you in a minute. I gotta finish.
And how about Jamal Agnew? A 109-yard return on the field goal miss. That tied an NFL record.
Yeah, tied a record set previously by Cordero Patterson and Antonio Cromartie. And let's face it, it can't be broken, right? You can't go any farther than 109 because 110 means you're over the end line. But Matt Prater, he held the NFL record at 64 yards before Tucker broke it in the ball game this week. And how about him trying that one? I mean, and then, of course, here comes the
There we
return.
go.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is
There
too
we
many
go.
because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop
Gotta
us,
blow
we'll
this
keep
thing
going.
wide open.
Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
Don't blitz all the time, but when you do,
Set to begin their next
pick
drive,
6.
the Rams offense at the line.
Pick 6. I scored. Got a pick
20
6.
seconds to go. Stafford here coming off his pick 6.
Come on,
Just
man.
go deep for Jackson. It's caught
There we go.
inside the 25.
At least holding the 3.
Rams going to
Dang.
go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I need y'all to act like y'all can cover the deep ball. That's the only thing I'm getting beat on. Here we go. Did I get the play I wanted in time?
There is
No.
all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Stafford
Okay.
flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Now he'll escape to his right. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted.
Thank goodness.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will be out of bounds.
Okay, yeah, I know how that goes.
On this first
I'm glad I can keep you somewhat entertained while you cook with your family.
Charles and I return after the break.
Let's go.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And that'll be touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Nah, he wasn't in cover 3. He was in cover 6.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know
and this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. From the red zone now, Stafford.
Oh my gosh, thought I had that. Thought I had that pick.
And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
We're not really playing defense this game. It's all good.
Touchdown of the game, but right now his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well, trying to keep him in it.
They might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense.
Jimmy got hands.
Give him a chance.
I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Oh, blocked him. Okay.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the
We got to get this defense patched up.
3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
All right. So at this point, ain't even no sense in worried about.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe bump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down.
There we go.
Stafford is sacked.
Start playing some defense.
Fighting his way home for the sack. That sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet
There we
him
go.
on a scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles. We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate
There we go.
plays for an offense.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
With the time look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They snap it to Stafford.
Come on. There we go.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to...
Oh, he quit. Alright. Well, I am going to get my kids settled for bed, and then I will be back to play Tales of Arise, which is an RPG. So I know that probably caters to a different audience. So, good night, folks.